Maple sugar is so delicious, and you can make it yourself. We live in maple country, but even here, maple sugar is expensive. The syrup is much cheaper. Maple sugar is much healthier than granulated sugar, but it's still sugar, so don't go crazy. Pour 540 milliliters of maple syrup into a pot. The quantity doesn't matter, but you want to use enough to make it worth your while. Bring to a boil, then turn down to low. When the syrup is boiling, stir with a wooden spoon to prevent it from spilling over. You could also lift the pot. You don't want the heat too high because it could boil over. Let it boil for 10 to 15 minutes. Keep an eye on it and stir frequently. To make this recipe, you need a cooking thermometer. Ours has a probe. We set it so an alarm goes off when the syrup gets to 262 degrees Fahrenheit. Insert the probe at the beginning. If you don't have a thermometer with a probe, just keep inserting it until you get to that temperature. The color will start getting darker and the bubbles will get smaller. Don't forget to keep stirring. Ours went a tiny bit over 262 degrees, but that's okay. It changes really quickly. Turn off the stove and keep stirring for about a minute. Don't touch the syrup and definitely don't taste it. It's extremely hot at this point. Remove from the heat and get out your beaters. Remove one of the beaters. It works best this way. While the syrup is still hot, mix. The syrup will change color and texture, gradually changing into sugar crystals. The crystals vary in size. There will be some crystals stuck to the pot. Don't worry, we won't waste that precious sugar. Once it's granulated, you can stop beating. Spread parchment paper over a cookie sheet. Now it's time to strain out the larger lumps. Sift by shaking lightly. But wait, let's show you what to do with the crystals stuck to the side of the pot and on your beater and spoon. It's too hard to scrape off. Add a cup of water, bring to a boil, and rinse the sugar off the spoon and beater. Then cover and let boil for 5 minutes on low. The steam will push the sugar from the sides downwards. After 5 minutes, remove the lid and keep boiling until you have the thick consistency of a syrup. Now you have some extra maple syrup for your pancakes. If you're planning on making maple sugar, or if you're just enjoying this video, please click on the thumbs up and give us a like. It really helps our channel. Keep sifting until you're left with large lumps. If you have a food processor, you can use it to break these down. If not, don't worry. You can just use these larger lumps. Process for about a minute and strain again. You can process it again if you want. Spread the sugar out to cool down completely, because if you pour it into a jar now, it will clump together. You can substitute maple sugar for granulated sugar in any recipe. Just use it in a 1-to-1 ratio. Now you can safely taste it. It's so delicious. If you liked our maple sugar video, we think you'll like this one too.